take into account that we're giving you a 30 times optical zoom. That is the longest, most powerful zoom we've ever offered in a digital camera from Kodak, the equivalent of 28 millimeter to 840 millimeter. Today, your price is $298.95, 5 easy payments of $59.79. How good is our value? Take a look. You would expect to pay, because we give you the camera, we give you the Serif Photo Plus software, we give you Panorama Plus software. By the way, it will automatically stitch photos together to give you beautiful panoramas. We give you 4 rechargeable batteries. You don't have to buy battery after battery. They're rechargeable. We give you the charger. You'd expect to pay $449. Our price today, Memorial Day weekend, $298.95. We give you 5 months to pay for it at $59.79, and we give you everything you need right here. The little owner's manual is so simple. All the instructions are in there. 5 easy payments today. Why now? Because it's Memorial Day weekend. Summer begins, and a lifetime of memories are ahead. Now, I have to show you a photo that I took that I've never been able to capture before with the camera. Look at this flower. Look at the lighting, the detail on the petal. There is even a little bug right here on the flower. It's all there, and this is blown up to an 8 by 10. Absolutely beautiful. And I took these photos myself. I am not a photographer. Look at that picture of my sister and my brother-in-law Glenn from last weekend at a family wedding, a big family reunion. You're going to love this camera. Let's bring out our special guest. Her name is Christine Alt-Perry.
Hi, Dan.
How are you, Christine?
I'm good. Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day.
Hi.
I am so excited about this camera.
Me too.
This has, first of all, that powerful zoom and the CMOS sensor.
Yes.
And it has 30 different scene modes, but really it's as easy as you want it to be or as challenging as you want it to be.
Oh my gosh, Dan, oh my gosh, first of all, this is a backlit CMOS sensor. So what
does that
means?
mean?
Oh my gosh, this is a sensor that sends even more light to the camera's processor. So you're going to have exceptional clarity in low lighting situations.
Like this picture of the moon?
That's about as a low light of a situation as you can get.
That's
Look
the
at that.
sensor.
Yeah, and basically, you get an additional f-stop. What it does is the camera just brings in more light to each pixel. And what that means is you get a better pixel. And when you get a better pixel, you get a better picture. And that's why we're so excited. It's a first for Kodak. We've never offered a BSI sensor, a CMOS sensor in the past. And we've also never offered a 30 times optical all-glass zoom lens either.
Let me show you an example of that zoom, because this is the longest, most powerful zoom ever from Kodak.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of a 28 millimeter to an 840 millimeter lens. Now, with a digital SLR, do you know how much that would cost you just for that one lens? Now, in the background, this is a shot. It just looks like a lot of greenery, but there's something there. Without taking a step, you see that powerful zoom. Ready?
Oh my gosh.
It's a cardinal. You could never take that picture without that powerful zoom, because the cardinal would sense you, take in and fly away. That's amazing. I love that. And then look at this. Well, let me show you. You took these 2 pictures that are really amazing.
Oh, yeah.
This is nighttime. So this shows that CMOS sensor off, right, first of all?
Well, first of all, yes, this is a wide-angle shot. We were talking about that 28 millimeter capacity and the optical zoom. So that's going to come into play with that backlit CMOS sensor. The idea, it's dark. You need to get more lighting into your shot. And let's get 15 times closer. Or no, actually, we're going to go all the way.
Let's go. 30 times.
Let's not mess around.
From
30
here,
times
we're going to zoom into that.
30 times optical all-glass zoom lens.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Boom.
And with that backlit CMOS sensor, the camera can compensate. It will eliminate any kind of noise. That image stabilization makes sure everything is crystal clear no matter what you're taking pictures of.
All right, this camera is absolutely incredible. Let's show you some of the key features we're talking about. And this value is really tremendous. You want to capture the moments you use your phone. You want to capture the memories. 30 times optical zoom will get you there. The memories, 12 megapixel with that new CMOS backlit sensor in low lighting conditions. We're going to show you photos taken in candlelight. They turned out beautifully. The 3-inch LCD display, but you also can use the viewfinder. Look at burst mode. I'm going to show you an example of burst mode that Rick Domeyer took of his son playing baseball. Look at 1080p full, 1080p HD movie mode. Now this is the first digital camera we've ever been able to offer with that kind of high definition, 1080p, not 720, and the key to that is that CMOS sensor. Now look at this. Rick Domeyer is not a photographer. He'll admit it. I'm not a photographer. Here's his son. I believe that's Joshy on the mound. Now with burst mode for sports, boom, he's getting into his windup. He captured that beautifully. He's getting, look at the follow through. Look at the action. No blur, and then the the finish, the follow through. All 4 of those shots with burst mode, perfect for capturing your kids, your grandkids' sporting events.
Oh my gosh, and we're talking a click to capture speed of 1/10 of a second, Dan. And what's great about that is not only do you have that, we also have a variety of different burst modes. So you get that click to capture speed of 1/10 of a second. And then we have something called an HD burst mode. So the HD burst mode will enable you to actually shoot 20 pictures at 60 frames per second. And
wait, 60
yeah,
frames
I know.
per
I don't know
second.
how the heck we do that.
And what are we seeing there?
That's
burst
Patrick,
mode?
and that's the HD burst mode at 60 frames per second. We did have to pull a couple of shots out because otherwise you wouldn't see a lot of movement because that's a lot of pictures in a very short time.
In fact, I'll show you, my grandson moves a lot. And with that burst mode, look I caught him just as he was putting his hands in the air and singing, "That's the Lacole."
Oh.
You will never miss a moment with this. Now let's show people how easy this camera is to use.
Oh, sure.
First of all, this button right here allows you to go from using the LCD viewfinder or the electronic viewfinder, and I used that when I was out at the pool taking a lot of these shots in bright sunlight because I couldn't see through the LCD, but you've got the electronic viewfinder. Now, that's an option if I want that or if I want that. Now let's talk about this wheel here. I'm in Smart Capture, which means basically the camera does it all.
Smart Capture will automatically detect the right scene mode for you, slow down the shutter speed, apply color correction technology. You're going to get great, vivid pictures. It's like an auto mode on steroids.
Now,
it's
what's
really
HDR?
Great. HDR is high dynamic range, and what that will do is take 2 pictures and put them together.
We've got an example right here.
And here it is. And what we're going to do, what this camera automatically does, because you've heard that old saying, you know, you press the button, we do the rest at Kodak. That's what we've done with high dynamic range. Press the button halfway down to integrate that image stabilization. I'll show you how to do that later. And the camera's going to take 2 shots. It's going to pick the best of each photo. So the brightest part of the sky, the brightest part of the grass.
Color. Look at the difference. Here's an okay shot, but it sensed the better shot with more color, more vivid. That's high dynamic range. Okay, so that's another example. Now let's show you. There is a great artistic mode with all kinds of artistic scenes, and when you put it on that wheel, look at all these possibilities. You've got nighttime, you've got dramatic, where it will enhance the colors, make it more vivid, more exciting. You have intelligent mode, you have photo booth, where it looks like an old-time photo booth. It will take 4 photos, and you have a great example right here of that.
Isn't that fun? Actually, Dan, that's a lot of fun to show off, too. You can just click and burst and take pictures of your friends. I mean, it's a click-to-capture speed of 1/10 of a second. But I really want.
How much fun is that?
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Can I show more pictures?
Well, let's finish with the wheel, okay?
Okay, let's do it.
Then you've got right here for portrait, there's a little portrait, because we want to show you how easy it is. You want sports. That's the sports mode. That will give you the quick action. Here's scene modes. There are even more scenes. Look at this. Special scene for children, backlit, high ISO, bright, flowers. I use that for my flower scenes, panorama, landscape, stage, fireworks. So Christine, whatever you want, you turn it. Now these are the ones that give you control over aperture, over your program settings, so you can set the ISO, the f-stops, any way you want, if you want. But
advanced focuses too.
Advanced what?
Advanced focuses too, like macro and super macro. Got a great example of that right here. Here's a shot that I took of a pansy. This is your macro mode.
Wow.
And that's one of those autofocus modes that you were just talking about. The way you integrate that, there's a little flower here. You have macro, super macro, and you also have infinity for all of your landscape modes too.
Okay, right there we'll show you that. See that flower? And then there's that burst mode next to it. And then move your finger for a second and we'll see what other buttons are there. There's your self-timer.
Yep.
There's your on-off, and that's how you zoom. It's that
Exactly.
simple, okay? We're going to go to the phones as we're starting to get busy on the phone lines for this camera. It is $298.95, 5 easy payments of $59.79. We've never had this powerful of a zoom on a Kodak camera, the equivalent of 28 to 840. Do you know how much an 840 millimeter lens for a digital SLR camera would cost? Way more than the price of this camera at $298.95 just for the lens.
And they're heavy.
They are.
And they're complicated.
Yep.
Yeah,
this
I like
is not
simple.
complicated.
Yeah, no.
It's E167463. I want to show you one other thing. We talked about the CMOS sensor. Low light levels.
Yeah.
What do we have
Look
here,
at that.
Christine?
Oh my gosh, the backlit CMOS sensor, again, it allows anyone using the camera to get a better picture in a low lighting situation.
So here's without it.
And that's without it. So it's kind of, you know, the color's a little bit off. And she's looking a little bit pink. With that CMOS sensor, it allows more light into each pixel, so you're going to get a better pixel, and you're going to get a better picture for
By the
smile.
way, look at the quality of that in just candlelight.
Oh, yeah.
And look at, you even can see the cup, you can see the background, and some of the things in the background are much more clear here, but her skin tones are great for candlelight. You want a great camera? This is an awesome camera. Again, the most powerful zoom ever in a digital, a bridge camera from Kodak, and any Kodak camera ever. And then you've got the CMOS sensor, the backlit sensor for low light. Look at the zoom power here in this little presentation.
Oh my gosh, so that looks like we're about, that's 30 times closer with that image stabilization. That's a wide angle shot. We're getting a little bit closer. How about, it could be about 25 times, 30 times closer. Plus, you know, with that image stabilization, everything's going to be crystal clear. You have smart capture, unless you decide to use one of our artistic modes, which we're going to get to with that backlit, the CMOS sensor. Even black and white is available, and there's like about 15x 30 times closer. Is that 30 times closer? Look at the horse. You would have never seen that from, you know, without that 30 times optical all glass zoom lens.
Before we go to the phones, I'll show you a picture I took in my backyard here. There's Cole. We're out at the pool. There's a little something in the pool. Without moving, I can show you what it is. Whoops. How about if it's right side up? Look at that.
Oh, that's cute.
From there, that's a little duck that floats with, and you can see even the exact same positioning of the cable on our little pool cleaner, and there is the little duck. I mean, that's amazing. You'll never miss a moment. We're going to go to the phones as several hundred people have already dialed in minutes into our day for E167463. This is the most exciting camera you've ever brought us.
We are so excited. It's the first time we've ever brought a 30 times optical zoom, and it's the first time we at Kodak have used a backlit CMOS sensor.
Let's go to Cameron in New York. Hi, Cameron.
Hi, Dan. How you doing?
I'm doing great. You're on with Christine, and we're glad you picked up the camera. Happy Memorial Day, first of all.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks.
Thank you.
What did you see about these photos and what Christine has shown us that really caught your eye?
They're just awesome, and the reason we're picking up the camera is we're going to Disney this summer during the 4th of July. And we want those awesome pictures of the fireworks and the laser shows and all that. So I think this is going to be perfect for it.
I think it absolutely is going to be perfect. You'll never miss a moment. I mean, Cameron, I've never been able to take pictures like this one of this flower. This is
they're
like,
awesome. I'm a gardener too, so I love pictures of flowers.
That's like professional quality, and I'm not a professional. You know, so many of us, Cameron, when we have just a basic point-and-shoot camera, we get our pictures back and we're disappointed. You will never be disappointed with this camera.
I'm sure it looks awesome.
You're gonna love
it. I've talked to you one other time before. I got a Dell computer, and I was able to talk to you.
Well, I'm so glad we got to talk again, and this is certainly a great camera. And you know what? You mentioned the fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
There's a scene mode on here for fireworks. All you're going to do is turn it to the scene setting on your camera, and this little, all these little details will pop up for you, giving you the options. And there's a fireworks mode. Let's see, I think it's on. There it is. Right there, fireworks. So you'll just put it on that.
That's going to be great.
Could be handy at Disney, Cameron. You're going to love that.
Yeah, I can't wait.
We'll send it to you. Thank you, Cameron. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
All right, this is our best value of the day. an awesome camera. We've shown you a lot of great pictures. We're going to show you some more things that this camera will do. But how good is our value? Well, the retail value for the camera alone is more than our price with all the extras.
Wow.
Plus, we give you the Sera Photo Plus software, Panorama Plus, 4 rechargeable batteries, and the charger. In fact, I need to show you everything you're getting. You pay $449, but we're saving you $150+ today. While supplies last at $298.95. We're giving you 5 months to pay for it with a major credit card, monthly payments of just $59.79. Plus, there's a $50 Kodak gallery offer. We'll tell you a little more about that. You can do all kinds of neat gift things. You can have some of your pictures enhanced. Then we give you the rechargeable batteries here, the battery charger. I'm still kind of going through the offer here so you know everything. Rechargeable batteries, this is your charger. All 4 go in there and plug in the wall. USB cable for downloading your pictures into your computer, the strap, the lens cover. Here's that Photo Plus software. The booklet is so simple and easy. And here's that powerful 30 times optical zoom camera, E167463. And what can we do with that Kodak coupon offer for $50?
Oh my gosh, you can make photo books. In fact, I have a really cool photo book here. Coffee mugs, mouse
We've
pads.
got an example here we can
even
show
better.
you.
I love this.
Look at that.
Oh, look, she does it. Look how gorgeous. You've got throws. You've got mouse pads. You've got Father's Day cards, graduation announcements. You've got, wow, I've got a beach bag over there, coffee mugs, coasters.
$298.95 for all of that. $59.79 a month, E167463. There's the Kodak Gallery coupon offer. That's another $50 value. Great offer today, Christine. Let's say hi to Nancy in Kentucky. Happy Memorial Day, Nancy. We're glad you joined us.
Happy Memorial Day. Thank you very much for making the offer available to all of us.
Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate it.
What are you going to take pictures of? Do you have some people that you want to get some good photos of?
Well, we've got several weddings coming up, but we're actually in South Dakota right now on our way to Alaska.
Ooh, beautiful. Nice.
Nice. Well,
Wishing we had seen this a week ago.
oh,
I was pointing the camera.
well, you're going to have it for all your future trips, that's for sure. You're going to take pictures that will blow your mind.
Well, our friend has one that costs about 4 times that,
Wow.
and I don't think is as good as this one, so we're looking forward to receiving it and taking a lot of family pictures.
And you said 4 times, and Christine, you know, you're a photographer, for a digital SLR. This is not a digital SLR, but it's pretty darn close.
Absolutely, with that backlit CMOS sensor, Nancy, that 30 times optical all-glass zoom lens from Schneider. You're going to have all the technology. By the way, it shoots HD video, 1080p.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about that, Nancy. This
that's
is
pretty
our
exciting. You're like that.
first ever digital camera to shoot that full 1080p. That's the highest of high definition. And the key to that is that new sensor. I don't know if you know anything about sensors, Nancy, but the bottom line is you'll be able to do amazing things with this camera. Look at this video that Nancy shot, Christine shot in, that was basically candlelight?
Well, that actually, we had turned the lights on, but let me show you with the candlelight on. Actually, let me get out. Sorry about that. I'll show you again.
We'll show you that in a little bit,
show
Nancy, but you're going to love it, and I hope you enjoy it for all your future trips, okay?
So here's the
Absolutely,
pictures.
yeah. It's an excellent value. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Nancy.
Here's that
Enjoy
video.
your trip.
Now that's by candlelight.
This is actually, wasn't a light on in the house because my girlfriend's Donna's birthday, and she has 6 little girls, and they were celebrating her birthday with her, and they were so excited to bring the cake out, and there's no extra lighting here. Okay, this is fantastic, and I was able to take pictures while shooting
I'm sorry, guys.
video.
While you were shooting video,
While I was shooting video,
Look
even better.
look at the candle.
I
Now
love
that's
that.
just candlelight.
Yep.
This is an amazing camera. In fact, I took a picture at night of my living room just with the flash. The whole room was lit up. Maybe I can bring that up for you. But let's show a few more of these modes. Intelligent portrait. What are we seeing here?
Well, with Intelligent Portrait, what the camera automatically does, and this is on the wheel, by the way, for those of you who are like, how am I going to figure this out? It's actually right here with the face. Intelligent Portrait takes multiple pictures, and it'll take up to 3 pictures, and it will pick the best picture with you smiling, with your eyes open, and it will just automatically choose that for you in that click-to-capture speed of 1/10 of a second.
A tenth of a second.
A tenth of a second.
Wow.
I mean, that's fast.
You're always going to have the best shot with these modes. Now, here's the burst mode. Again, for sports, look at this. Is a horse jumping. It takes so many pictures, but you're always going to have the one you really want of the action.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what's great about the burst mode. High-speed HD, actually you can take 20 pictures at 60 frames per second.
Yes.
So that is really fast. We have an endless burst mode that will just keep on going, so your camera could look like a flip book. You'll get every single moment.
And I use that. I have some kids dancing at a wedding. There's no blur, fast action, sports, dancing, whatever. You'll never miss a moment. $298.95, well over 550 cameras already spoken for. $298.95, 5 easy payments of $59.79. It's E167463. And by the way, Kodak is the name we've trusted for generations.
Yes.
They make it so easy. Press the button, we do the rest. Well, now this camera, you can do that on that one mode, that smart capture. You turn that wheel to that red, it's even highlighted. Put it there, and it does everything. In fact, that's the mode I use to get this incredible picture of my grandson, Cole. So, I mean, don't miss out on this camera. If you're tired of being disappointed with your pictures, you'll never be disappointed with these.
Oh my gosh, I mean, that's just incredible. That picture of Cole, I mean, you've got just the iridescence of his skin. But back to modes, we actually have the super macro mode.
Okay.
We actually did a close-up of a needle and thread. Now you're saying,
do we have that somewhere?
We actually have it right there.
Oh,
it's
wait.
huge.
Look at this.
So here's the needle and thread. And do you want me to bring it over?
Yeah, bring it on over.
So here we go.
This is incredible.
Look.
This little needle and thread. Look at how tiny that is.
Which is in your advanced focuses. And in that little flower button, you select it twice that you're in your super macro mode. That's how we created this picture.
And look at this big picture. And look at the detail. Oh my gosh. Look at the threading in the needle. The detail's incredible. What's the key to that?
Oh my gosh, image stabilization, so you have a crystal clear shot every time. The backlit CMOS sensor, too, allows more light into each pixel, so you're going to have a better pixel, Dan. And so you're going to have great pictures.
With a powerful zoom, you need that image stabilization.
With one lens.
Right, and with this, you don't have to ever use a zoom. You want to capture incredible wildlife, though. When the wildlife doesn't know you're there, look at this picture of this great American eagle. Oh my gosh. The pictures tell the story. So the big story, again, when you order E167463, we've never had a longer, more powerful zoom from Kodak, 30 times zoom. We've never had a more powerful range of 28 millimeter to 800 millimeter. We've never had that CMOS backlit sensor and 12 megapixel. It's about the resolution and the sensor, and then the new backlit CMOS sensor, even in low light levels. But a 3-inch LCD display, or you can use the viewfinder.
I love that, yeah.
Burst mode, you'll never miss a moment, even with fast action sports. I mean, this camera is beyond anything we've offered at this price point. Full, high definition, 1080p. And one more time, you know, Christine, if you're at an event and you don't get a good seat, maybe your little one's up on the stage, whatever, with this, you'll never miss it. The 30 times zoom. What are we looking at here?
Oh my gosh, this is a wide angle shot. And it looks like a really pretty photograph, Dan, but we're going to focus in on the cube.
Yep.
Because it makes it easier for everybody to find
now,
it.
without taking a step.
Yeah, because I don't want to move. Exactly,
boom,
we're not moving.
A cardinal.
How would you ever know that that cardinal was there without a 30 times optical all-glass zoom lens?
That's incredible, guys. Look at this.
With image stabilization, because they move around a lot, or sometimes my hand shakes when I'm trying to zoom in. And what's really great is you press the button halfway down to integrate that image stabilization, which is really, really important. Because otherwise everything will be a big blurry mess. So you just press that button halfway down. Now you've got that image stabilization. There's the little grid, and there's your shot. You've got face detection and recognition, too.
We're going to have to show you that. I know we have an example of that here somewhere. Here's that example, another example of the zoom you gave us. Wide. To look at the detail up here in the building. Boom.
That was about half a mile away from where I was standing, Dan.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't even move. It was so cool. And that's my favorite building in New York City. It's the Chrysler Building. I love it. I had to shoot it.
Somewhere we have that face detection. I think we have so many photos, and we're so excited about the offer. We'll try to see if we can find it. If you want to, let's see.
This is an example of face detection right there. You took this, Dan.
I took this.
You totally did that, and that's what our camera
Focused
does.
on the faces.
It does, up to 5 faces, and then it has face recognition. So once you've taken someone's picture more than once, crystal clear, and their names will pop up. So when you want to share.
I took these pictures, by the way, and all in focus. Now, tell us about sharing.
So that's what we're all about. I mean, Kodak, we've been the trusted keepers of your memories since 1888 when George Eastman founded the company back in Rochester, New York. So we're really proud of that.
The name Kodak's synonymous with photography.
Absolutely. Kodak moment, you know.
Right,
well, we're all about sharing. So here is a great example. You've got a 3-step sharing process. I'm going to go ahead and select it. And right away, it gives me the option. Do I want to upload to the Kodak Easy Share Gallery to use my coupon? How about uploading directly to Facebook, Flickr, Orkut? And if it's a video, you'll get the option to upload to YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and select it, my Facebook, because I want everybody to know what I was doing tonight. And when I'm done.
And then it will send those pictures right to your Facebook account once you've programmed in.
Exactly.
I've got to show you this.
Yep.
Somewhere over the rainbow, we dream about rainbows.
Yeah.
Now there you can see a rainbow, but what does the Kodak camera do?
Oh my gosh, this is actually one of our artistic modes. It's dramatic scene mode. So what the camera automatically does, it actually puts it in high saturation mode, and it makes it that much easier to find colors. Here's our face recognition. And face detection.
Every face, 5 faces. We're going to go to the phones. But if you want a camera, look at this night scene mode. Look at the colors. All you do is turn it to the mode you want. Panoramic. It automatically stitches in the camera. Let's go to Jane in New York. Jane, you're on with a great camera. I'm Dan, and please say hi to Christine Alt-Perry.
Hi, Christine.
Hi, Jane. How are you?
Hi, Dan. I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Happy Memorial Day.
Are you excited about having a camera that's going to give you pictures like this picture of my grandson, Cole? I couldn't believe how good, because I'm not a very good photographer, but look what I was able to do, Jane.
I was loving your pictures. They're beautiful. I do have a question, and the reason why I bought the camera, I bought 2 other Kodaks from you, and I love them.
Okay.
But when I tuned in tonight, I saw you taking many pictures, one after the other.
Yes.
And I have a 20-month-old grandchild that will not stay still. So that was very interesting to me that you could take one picture after the other and catch them all clear.
Yes.
So that's what really turned me on to the camera. My question is the other Kodak cameras, I have little cards in there, and it took time to save to the card, so it was a delay before I could take the next picture, but it didn't look like there was a problem with this one.
I didn't experience any delay with this.
That's a click-to-capture speed, Jane. I'm not sure which Kodak cameras you have, but each camera has a different click-to-capture speed. We have a high-speed burst mode. That's 20 pictures at 60 frames per second. Then we have an endless burst mode, so you keep on clicking, and it will just keep on clicking until your SD card is full, or 6 to 8 pictures at the 60 frames per second.
Here's an example of that burst mode, Jane, and there's just a little icon that Christine's pointing to, so that when you hit that, when you hit the shutter, it automatically fires off how quickly?
Oh my gosh, well, you can have 3 to 4 pictures at approximately 2 to 4 frames per second. Then you move up to 4 pictures at 9 frames per second. Then you have that HD burst mode, 20 pictures at 60 frames per second. And then you have the endless burst mode, which you just integrate that, and all I'm doing is pressing this button here, Jane. You see that right there? So you select that. So now I'm in the burst mode. Then that's
we have to do this quickly,
okay, there you go. And then this is this HD 60, and then this is the endless. Just keep clicking the button up top, Jane.
That's great. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to be able to just keep shooting without having to stop and it freezing the frame while it's saving. So this is great. This is going to work very nicely.
You'll never miss a moment. My producer tells me, unfortunately, we're out of time. You're going to love this camera. And by the way, the instructions are here. This little booklet tells you everything about the scene modes, what you want to do. It'll tell you how to do it, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jane.
Thank you, Jane.
Okay.
Happy Memorial Day.
How do we wrap this all up? 1,000 ordered since midnight with a lot of people on the line. You've brought us a lot of cameras. Is this the best one you've seen?
This is my favorite one. Absolutely, this is the best one I've ever seen. This is fantastic.
Don't miss out on our today's special value, E167463, 5 easy payments of $59.79. Also available, we've got a great bag for you. If you need a bag to store your Kodak camera in, $35, carry it around with you, and we include a 4 GB SD card. That is available E167460. You can find more information on our today's special value, but you can also find out our online